Hi there, first years. Okay, so today it's the assessment task. Now, you can do this at any point in the day because obviously you've got your tutor meetings as well. So, as long as you give yourself the 60 minutes to do the drawing task and a few minutes before that to read through the information and watch one of the YouTube videos and this piece of information, you'll be well set. The task today is relatively straightforward. It's to draw the leaf from the task. So it's a photo of a leaf that I've taken, a black and white one. There's plenty of detail in there, but the shape itself is relatively simple. And if you don't fancy that, there's a close-up section of one of the twig sculptures that you can draw from, and there's a nice little demo of that on the example material. So how to start? First thing you need to do is you need to have your 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter box. I've drawn mine because I don't have a printer and I'm using my computer screen with the image on. If you have a printer, you can print out the sheet that we've pre-designed, which has the box already drawn on it and some nice handy stuff for you to add in your name and things like that. First thing I'm going to do, because I'm doing the round leaf, is just mark out the general shape. This is going to be really light. There's a million ways to start a drawing, but this would be my preference. Mark out the general kind of shape through the middle. And then from that, I'm going to just try and get roughly the kind of rounded-ish shape of the leaf marked out. I'm going to alter this as I go, absolutely. This is not going to be something that I follow to the line as I go. It's just to get me started, just to get me on the page. And then from there, I can start to draw out a little bit more detail if I think I'm roughly in the right place. Start looking around the edges, drawing in the little knobbly bits, the bumps. I'm trying to look really closely, starting to see, actually, as I go round the leaf, smooths out a bit. The jagged bits are at the top side, and round here they've smoothed out. There's a few sort of ins and outs, but nothing more. I'm using a 2B at the moment. It's quite heavy. I want to go a little bit lighter, so I'm switching down to my HB pencil. I look down, there's a thickish stem with a cut off. I'm not going to worry about the background. Background's great if you've got time or you're struggling for things to do, but it's there kind of as an extra. Please do stick to the 60-minute timing. Do use a stopwatch, do stop and start if you have to, but do take that time into account. So if you get interrupted, stop the clock, give yourself that time back. So that's my middle kind of vein. That's essential through the middle of the leaf. From that, everything kind of grows. And I have a look and I can follow the veins of the leaf through and up into the other ones. And they all end where there's a little knobble in the leaf where it all bites in and so on. I'll have to make this up a little bit as we go here because of speed and so on. But you can imagine if I've done that all the way around. And then I identify, right, these lines are actually pretty much white, the veins. They're not a dark line. So I take one side of it and I draw in the other side. So I'm creating almost like a little river. And then I work out which side the light and dark is on. And I block that in. Normally if you have a light area, it means there's a dark part touching the side of it. And I can block that in. This side's a little bit lighter, but the aim is to leave a little white gap down the middle. If you don't feel like it's showing up enough, take your rubber. Just work it in. Take out those details. And then have a look how the thing branches out. It's almost like the skin of an elephant, this up close in this photo. I used a kind of close-up mode on my phone and tried to use nice natural lighting on it. And so you've got all these little bumps and things. And if you can try and describe that texture, you'll be doing very well. Okay, and you'd go on and you'd draw in this texture. Again, for this middle stem, there's a darkness there. There's a lightness through the stem, so that means there's a darkness surrounding it to help show that form. and so on and so forth. Because you've got it as an image, it's relatively straightforward identifying where the lights and darks are. Okay, and so on. You'll notice some of the ends of the leaves are very dark, and so on. And you'll build this up. Okay, I'm going to carry on with my drawing, and I'll try and post a couple of photos of it in a sort of slightly more completed state. But that's the general gist of it. Okay, so that's your task today. As soon as that's done, you finished it, you take a photo of it and send it in to assignments for marking as part of this. I've set a deadline of by first thing Friday for this. Okay, any later than that, because it's an assignment, because it's part of your progress check, and it's an assessment, there will be marked deductions or it won't be valid. Okay, and please do stick to the 60-minute timing, and please use all of the 60 minutes. If work is unfinished, that's absolutely fine. Send it in. Thank you very much.